look, I appreciate you allowing me to be here and represent A1 Garage here, and we will take care of you. Guys, just give us a chance, and you'll love our services.
You can always go to Google as well and just type in A1 Garage Door Service, and you're going to find Cody and his team there. And if you need anything else from me, check a Pro Joe. Just let me know. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening to the Checka Pro Radio Show. For more information on how to select the right contractor for your project, visit our website, checkaproradioshow.com. Join us again next week at the same time.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Whether it's the blazing heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter, let the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Conditioning on West College Street keep your home or business comfortable year-round. We service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner, heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass.
Life's too short to stress about insurance. That's why Ray Call at Rayburn Insurance is here to make sure you have the right coverage without all the hassle. He'll work hard to provide you with personalized service and finding the best solutions for you and your family. Whether you're looking for auto, home, or business insurance, Rick Hall's got you covered. Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency. Let him handle the details so you can focus on what really matters.
This is Primetime Sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, WGNSSports.com, Big G TV, streaming video, and always at the game. The game. It's where you've had breakfast with the coaches for decades. It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's. We'll sit down with the coaches to talk about their most recent games and the matchups ahead. Now from WGNS and Big G TV, it's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome in to the Coaches Conversation here on this Saturday morning. Glad that you are along with us and back with us. Maybe you missed us the last couple of weeks, but we're firing on all cylinders here, at least for 2 weeks. We've got Girls Week this week, Boys Week next week for high school basketball before the Christmas break. But we are back here this morning. And just to kind of let you longtime listeners know, part of the reason for this is, with the realignment in districts, the reason we were off not only Thanksgiving week but last week, just because of alternating and trying to do that in an even amount and going later into the season because both of our or all of our 4A teams are in two different districts, so everybody's going to the region tournament, if that makes sense. So that's why we will kind of continue along with basketball a couple of weeks longer than we have in the past. But with that, let me look at your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard from last night. We were over at Middle Tennessee Christian School for their games with Providence Christian Academy. They are already jumping into district play, and MTCS girls got the 60-52 win over Providence Christian. Wonderful game, and very close all throughout. And you can go back and watch or listen back to that game from last night. In the boys contest, it was Providence Christian over Middle Tennessee Christian, 87-56. That was the final score in boys. Let me give you some girls' finals from last night on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Then I'll give you the boys' scores. Grundy County 43, Central Magnet 34. It was Cookeville 61, Laverne 18. This is, again, girls 56-32, Green Hill over Oakland. Pickett County down to Eagleville 70-45. It was Upperman edging Blackman 52-50. And Siegel over Kipp in Antioch 64-10. Along with Smyrna 49-27 over Hume Fogg. It was Stewart's Creek getting the 58-46 victory over Cane Ridge. Station Camp 37, Riverdale 28. Nolensville edges Rockvale 64-62 last night. On the boys' side of things, outside of that PCA win over Middle Tennessee Christian, Central Magnet gets past Grundy County 57-52. Cookeville 65, Laverne 41. Green Hill gets by Oakland 65-49. It was Eagleville a 61-54 victory over Pickett County. That is a huge win right there. A lot of people think that could be a prelude to the single A state tournament or state finals. Maybe the best two teams in the state. make that 81-57. Eagleville defeats Kipp. And again, these are boys' scores. A few more for you. Smyrna 59, Hume Fogg 57. It was Stewart's Creek 83-58 over Cane Ridge. 66-45. Station Camp defeats Riverdale last night. And 67-56. It was Nolensville a victor over Rockvale. So that's a look at your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. We have a very busy show today. John Dinkins is going to kick you off here with Riverdale, Smyrna, and Blackman conversation. Then Danny will be along for Laverne, Oakland, Stewart's Creek, and Rockvale between 9:45 and 10:45. And then I'll join you as we have Siegel, Eagleville, and MTCS Cougar Corner around 11:15. So let's not waste any more time here. Let's get right into the coaches' conversation here on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's Murfreesboro.
Hey, all you last-minute shoppers out there, this Christmas, give her something that stops your heart and starts it again from J. Mullins Jewelry. Breathtaking diamonds, custom pieces, and even redesign or repair. At J. Mullins Jewelry, we've been making Murfreesboro sparkle since 1938. Now located at 1640 Memorial Boulevard behind McAllister's brand new location. So stop in and see us. J. Mullins Jewelry, let's make this her brightest Christmas ever. New location, 1640 Memorial Boulevard.
Merry Christmas, Rutherford County. I'm Kenneth Barrett. I'm running for sheriff in 2026. This time of year brings back lots of great memories of those who have gone before us, those still with us. I love sharing time with my family, friends, swapping stories, and laughing. I've been proud to call Rutherford County and the sheriff's office my home my whole life. When elected sheriff, I will continue to work hard, keep our families safe, and serve with honesty, integrity, and heart. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. With over 2 decades of experience, our ASC certified master technicians are experts in both foreign and domestic vehicles, ensuring accurate diagnosis and timely, cost-effective repairs. From oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly, mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
In Rutherford County, we need a sheriff who leads from the front, not from behind the desk. That's Kenneth Barrett, out on calls, side by side with deputies, tackling the tough stuff every shift. He's the working man's leader, supervising with sharp eyes, serving with steady hands, keeping our families safe. Born here, raised here, he's ready to protect here.
I'm Kenneth Barrett, running for Rutherford County Sheriff, and I'd appreciate your vote.
Paid for by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, Treasurer Jam Stewart.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Auctions are easy, fast, and profitable.
I've always been a big fan of auctions. Get instant sale, no contingencies.
That means the sale of your property won't depend on an inspection, financing, or appraisals.
I've known the guys over there my entire life.
Call Parks Auction and Realty or visit parksauction.com.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Parks Auction Company, committed to auction excellence.
Sold it to you, 27.5.
You
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name, but there's no better name for residential and business concrete work than Dan France Concrete. From basic slabs to decorative stamping, for your next concrete project, call Dan France Concrete, 615-642-5152.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Trust me, Dan is committed to the community and will offer you a great product. He'll stand behind his work and make sure you're satisfied with every aspect of the work. Dan France Concrete.
We're back for MTCS. It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 101.9, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and Big G TV.
And our portion of the show brought to you by Sir Pizza, whose 3 Murfreesboro locations offer a huge selection of mouth-watering pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, and wings. Order your favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com. It's basketball time, folks. I'm telling you, and we're about a week late than what we normally do this show. But so y'all have played some games. Usually we just talk about the players. We get to do both today. So Josh Buggs here, the head coach of the Riverdale Lady Warriors, and always getting the basketball year started off. And you brought some guests with us today, and I'm going to see if I can get that your last name right, okay? Don't tell me, okay?
I got you.
Lauren Flowers is here.
Hello.
And assistant coach, and Will Swindeman.
Swindeman. Yes, sir.
Man, I just missed it. I just missed it. Wow. Well, anyway, I guess we'll start with you, Josh. It's a little bit of a slow start to begin with, but I think you're pretty happy with overall the performances. You got a player out due back in January, and so I think things are looking pretty good for Riverdale right now.
Yeah, it's been a challenging start for us. We've played a variety of teams, which I think will be good as we prepare for our district and our region. Last night, we started off 10-3 in the first quarter. We ended up losing by 9. But every night, there's been something positive that we can take away from it. So the games before last night, we were talking about how we wanted to improve our defense. And we scale everything. And last night, based on our skill, we thought our defense was at a level 5. So we've just got to put everything together. And credit goes to these two right here. Lauren and Will have done an incredible job since the summer, building relationships with our kids, and they bring so much to the table, and that's why I brought them here today so that they can talk about our program.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about them just for a second, okay? Now, I know Lauren, and I got the privilege of seeing her play basketball. Quick as a hiccup. You still cooking? Okay, all right.
Pretty fast.
And how did you get involved with the Riverdale program?
So my high school coach, Lindy King, she now works for Riverdale, and she contacted me after I graduated. I graduated with my master's this past May, and she asked what was I planning on doing. I was like, I'm still trying to figure out life. And she's like, well, do you want to coach? And I was like, yeah. And so she.
That was quick, wasn't it? That was easy.
Very, very fast.
And you got a master's. How old are you?
I'm 24, about to be 25.
Really?
Yes.
Just seemed
it
like
doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it just seemed like yesterday we were watching you play, you know? So it goes by fast. And Will, how did you manage to get over to Riverdale?
So I was just really hungry to coach. Honestly, just was reaching out to multiple coaches within the region. And Joshua was graceful enough to give me a chance. So here I am, and I'm very thankful for it.
So how do you what are your, I guess, jobs in terms of defensively? I guess you work a little bit with everything, don't you? Both of you.
Me and Will, we're mainly defensively. We let Coach handle the offense and things like that. But individually, I am technically the guard coach, and he's the post coach, and we kind of work with our own groups and things like that, and just develop their skills and stuff like that.
Will, post coaching can be a challenge, can it? Especially if you don't have a lot of experience players with that. I mean, teaching those moves and how to work against a post there's an art to it, isn't there?
It's a big art, and I think it's a lost art in terms of, I think basketball has become very positionless, and I think sometimes the low post can get taken for granted. I've had the privilege and opportunity to work under Rick Insel and Matt Insel for 4 or 5 years, so I know all about the beauty of the post. And I'm just trying my best to implement what I learned over there to Riverdale.
Josh, I think the game has changed in terms of how you talk about positionless with the post. it's become a 3-point game, really. I mean, do you think, is that right? Or, I mean,
So
if you don't, especially if you struggle at the post.
Yeah, so we're at like a fine line right now because we do shoot the ball really well. But what happens when we throw a lineup out there depends on who's in the game. They overplay certain players. So last night, we only shot 17 threes. We were 5 for 17. I feel like 3 or 4 of those could have easily failed for a kid like Madison Taylor or Abby Dennis. But we fed the ball inside a lot last night to one of our freshman post players, Riley Williams. She's going to be really good. In the first quarter, we were trying to get it down in there to her and Lockney Brown, and we got some deflections and some turnovers and things like that. So they're figuring out how to play like that. And Will's 100% right. It can be a lost art. And that's why it's going to be really important for us moving forward to continue to work on our scouts. Will does that for us each and every game. You should see the scouts that he puts together. He thinks they're simple, but they're very detailed and they're very good. But for our kids to be able to go back and watch the film and analyze the way we throw the ball into the post, I think it's going to start to open up our offense as we continue to play more games because we really have a lot of girls that haven't played together.
Yeah.
So
it does take a while. I know there are teams that play through middle school and go all the way to high school together. It sure makes a difference. When you're sitting there and getting ready to face a team, let's see. We went to station camp last night. You held them to 37 points. That's got to be a little bit of a proud moment because,
yes.
I mean, if you can hold a team under 40, I think you've got a good shot at winning the game.
Mm-hmm. We definitely prided them on their defense. Like, we really were trying to focus on that specific aspect because we've been struggling the past few games before that, and we were, like, trying to instill, like, defense is what's going to win games for us. And they did a really good job. It's just offensively we weren't hitting as many shots as we usually do and things like that. So
Will would talk about Abby Dennis and some of them. You've got some returning players. That's good to have them because I think she's a senior now.
Yes, sir.
She kind of helps lead the squad as well. And Madison's a junior, I think.
Yes.
And that's Madison's going to be around another year. That's good to know you've got that, and they both can shoot the ball.
Yes.
Absolutely. I don't want to talk about their character before I talk about their game. They bring such different styles to the team as far as culture goes. Madison does such a great job of holding everybody accountable, and we take the game very seriously, and sometimes that can't be a good thing for kids, and I think Abby understands that, and she gets those teammates in a positive mindset with her humor. Honestly, she's the funniest kid on our team. She does a great job of kind of making everybody feel relaxed. And as far as their game goes, I mean, they're both able to stretch the floor so much with their ability to shoot, and I just think that's going to work wonders for us once we get into district.
I know, Josh, you've got Elena's going to be back. Waller's been she's huge in terms of what you can do, extra things that you can do once she's back.
Yeah, so last year I think Alana got off to a slow start, and in our Christmas tournament she really stepped up, and in the district she averaged about 18 points a game. And she was voted all district from the coaches, and so she's a big piece for us. And she's a floor general. She's super athletic. I'm super proud of how she's approached her physical therapy and the way she looks in practice. She's getting a lot of reps on air with us right now, so we're optimistic about what that can look like. But we're also gonna take a humble mindset and just understand that we don't have any guarantee that she can come back. So we've got to continue to pour into the girls that have opportunities right now so that it's going to help our team long term. But we definitely hope to get her back.
And you've got some new faces. Tell us about them. I know Sturbins is I don't recall her being there last year. Maybe she was, but another player, a couple of other players.
3 of our sophomores that are getting a lot of minutes for us, and several of them have started or start every game. One is Riley Sturbins. A couple games ago, she had a 13-point performance, and I think that's a big indicator of what she can do on a nightly basis. It's just a matter of her shots falling. Lauren said it, we normally score a lot more points than we did last night, like 20 more. So just finding that balance. Super athletic. I wouldn't really call her a transfer. That's the world we live in. She moved in from Georgia. A kid named Michael Woods. She had a great game at Eagleville. She is quick as a hiccup too.
Yes, she is.
And her thing, she just needs a little bit more confidence and a little bit more time out there with her new teammates. But she's a sophomore, can play defense, baseline to baseline, can really attack the basket. And then Brenna Barnes, she missed the first 5 or 6 games for us, and I think last night was her second or third game back. She's long and can really do anything that we need her to do. She can guard a post. She can guard the ball. She can shoot the ball. She really is talented. And I think a lot of people just don't know what Brenna Barnes is going to bring to the table yet. And she played some at the end of the year last year. We basically asked her to guard the best player, and she did a great job on Cadence last year in the district tournament.
When you were talking about Woods, when you talk about confidence, it seems like I know somebody that has that same problem. If the shot doesn't go in a couple of times, they hesitate, and then they kind of get out of the offense a little bit. But it's your guys' job. You've got to make them realize, keep putting the ball up. You're never going to score if you don't shoot it, right?
Right.
It's a simple philosophy. I mean, really.
I mean, confidence is something that definitely helps when you have people around you that actually believe in you and pushes you to actually know that you're going to be capable to do the things that you want to do. And so that leads to their confidence. We tell Brenna and Micah and all these younger kids and just let them know, like, hey, you're a good player. Tell yourself you're a good player. Be confident. If the shot doesn't go in, that's fine. Keep shooting because it's going to go in eventually. If we're telling them to play defense, attack, or anything that we ask them to do, like, just do everything with confidence, and it'll lead to something good eventually.
Will, when you're sitting there looking at post positions, I would think that you kind of feel pretty good about, you've got young one, Riley, and you're going to be working with her, and she's just going to get better as the time goes on. Really, I mean, it's a bright future.
I've known Riley longer than I've known any of the other kids on the team because I was able to coach her in AAU this summer. And the first time I saw her in evaluations, my eyes just lit up because that's my kind of player, is a dominant low post kind of player like she is. So it's a blessing to be able to work with her every single day and try to get her better. And she's such a receptive kid and such a smart kid that she's going to listen to everything we say, and she's going to have a great attitude about it every day. So it's been such a joy being able to coach her.
Well, before you got 3 people. It's hard to get anything in. Josh, you were playing that, didn't you? Where you wouldn't have to talk much, right?
Hey, delegate power widely as possible.
Exactly. Christmas is coming up. You've got a game against Lead Academy, I think, coming up. And then the 20th, who is that with?
Lawson. And then we play Trousdale County, and that's at Portland. And then we are hosting some varsity and JV games at home after Christmas.
You're going to be busy, basically, yeah. And it's good to get all those games in, right, Lauren? I mean, to try to get as many games before the January push, you know. District's going to be different a little bit, and I think it's kind of wide open. I mean, really. I mean, I'm sitting there, I guess. You've got Rockville, you guys, Oakland, help me.
Just 6 games.
Yeah.
And then same thing on the other side.
So it's important to kind of get things together. One more question: consistency. I know you'd like to see more of that. Is that the number one goal really right now?
Yeah, and I'll put a little pressure on our older kids, our Abby Dennises, our Lockney Browns of the world. They're playing partially to their potential, but we believe in them as a coaching staff, and I know that they are starting to see some success out there. And so once those leaders that have played a couple of years in this program start to be a little more consistent, I have no doubt in my mind the sophomores and the freshmen and the Madison Taylors of the world will follow.
Well, after knowing you and meeting the 2 you got with you, I think Riverdale's in good hands. I do want to say one thing. Lauren, tell Abby not to wear her hair up in a bun anymore. I didn't recognize her. I didn't know who she was for about a quarter, and then because she's always
looks a little taller, don't she?
Yeah, she does look taller. Yeah, I said, and I can't believe she's a senior. But anyway, it's good talking to you. All of your imprinted apparel, embroidery, and advertising specialty needs. Find out more at idistees.com.
Every holiday season, Middle Tennessee comes alive. From small-town parades to tree lightings in our local squares, our communities shine with laughter, music, and the spirit of the season. MTE is proud to help light those moments, supporting the traditions that bring neighbors together. Because around here, it means more than electricity. It's the energy our communities share. Middle Tennessee Electric. bringing good energy.
Game day is coming, and are you ready to represent the Blue Raiders? At Raider Tees, we've got the largest selection of officially licensed Middle Tennessee gear in town. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, even tailgating essentials. You name it, we've got it. No more searching through random stores. Everything you need is right here at 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS. Get game day ready at Raider Tees. Bigger, better, and go blue.
Pizza.
You in a hurry for dinner? Well, we've made it even easier to order online at sirpizzatn.com. Tap the location nearest you and begin your carryout or delivery order at sirpizzatn.com. You can choose from our full menu, and we'll take care of the rest. A Queen's Feast is calling my name. Order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Ring Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
Craig's Tax Service is located just off Memorial on Heritage Park Drive. You can contact us at 890-2233.
It makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We are proud to support all Rutherford County student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
Architects, engineers, and builders, whether you need detailed technical drawings, large format plans, or quick, accurate reproductions, Franklin's Printworks delivers clarity, precision, and fast turnaround.
Since we've added that capability, there's a big demand for blueprints, and we're getting a lot of times turn those around in 24 hours.
Jeff Carlton at Franklin's Printworks.
Usually they're like 24 by 36, and they require somebody that knows what they're doing and has the capabilities to produce them.
Clarity, accuracy, and fast turnaround from Franklin's Printworks.
It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019 100.5, 1450 WGNSSports.com and Big G TV.
And this portion of the show brought to you by Dr. Automotive, the cure for your car. Professional auto repair and maintenance from ASE certified mechanics and master mechanics. Check them out online at autorepairsmyrna.com, which is very appropriate to be the sponsor of this segment. John Ding is back with you, and we've got Lonnie Drayton from Smyrna here to talk with us this morning. And another year has come around, and we're ready for basketball.
Here we are in the grind already.
You've pulled off a few wins here, Lonnie. It's off to a pretty good start for you guys.
Yeah, we actually have. And, I mean, even in the couple of losses that we've had, we've been very competitive. I mean, in it from the get-go, it's a very scrappy group. They fight.
Well, before we talk about some players, I know this is the first show of the year for basketball to give you an opportunity to brag on some people. But I've noticed your scores. You guys are keeping them really low, which I know that's a benefit to you guys as well. But boy, when you can play defense, that keeps you in games, doesn't it?
It really does, and that has to be. I mean, with our size and you know some of our offensive liabilities, I guess you could say, we have to concentrate and have a lot of focus on defense. And our girls are smart enough. We like to switch multiple defenses, go into multiple things after missed shots, and they understand that, you know, we'll set up one way one time down the court, then the very next time down the court we're in a completely different defense. So we've got to keep the opponents guessing a little bit so they don't get caught on to what we're trying to do. So that's why we're keeping it. I think we're confusing people a little bit and keeping it a little low.
Yeah, very low in some of those games. I think 27-14 one game, 30.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those keep you in the games, and had a big win against Hume Fogg last night. Talk a little bit about that one, 49-27.
Oh, yeah. Our girls, they were locked in. Hume Fogg, they started off hitting a couple of big shots right there. When playing opponents like a Hume Fogg or a Central Magnet, you know how smart those girls are. And how they're able to adapt and adjust because, the school that they go to, what the coach told me last night, their average team GPA or something was a 30,
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Something like that. So, as soon as she said that, I was like, yeah, well, they'll be calculating a little bit more. So, with that ability right there, we just have to find a way to get in them a little bit, speed them up a little bit, and then at the same time not reach and get ourselves in foul trouble or situations where we have to bench certain players. And our girls did a good job adjusting. I think early in the season we were handsy. We were, we fouled a lot, which took us out of games that we probably should have won. And that was our core focus in practice. Keep your hands back, have your hands up, and not get so handsy. Adjust to how the ref is calling the game, and from day by day, from game by game, it's going to be called a little different. So find a way to adjust to every situation right there. And our girls are doing a really good job of doing that.
I hear excitement in your voice a little bit. I mean, because I know, and everybody knows, it's been a struggle. I mean, you've had trouble winning games, and but every year that I see you guys, I get more and more impressed. With the job you're doing and the job those girls are doing. And consistency has always been kind of an issue. You might play lights out for a quarter and then can't hit much in the next quarter. And that probably still is a little bit of you're always looking for consistency, aren't you?
It is, especially offensively.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people all the time, you got to play. And basketball is a game, and I'm dealing with it with my son right now playing basketball. And he's a baseball guy, and year round we're playing baseball. And then those 3 months you're trying to play basketball and you're frustrated. But I tell our girls, you have to be in the gym all the time. The girls that are hitting shots, the girls that are scoring a lot of points, the girls that are hitting a lot of threes, and they're not playing in 3 months. They're playing 12 months out the year. They're in AAU the entire summer, and unfortunately, we're lacking that in a lot of our girls right there. So we have to play catch up. We have to do a lot of shooting drills. We have to come in on Saturday mornings or Sunday afternoons and shoot a lot more, trying to play catch up in that regard. Because it's a game where you have to be consistently going at it. You have to be consistently sharpening your skills, and if they understand, I hope in the summer we can grow and have them playing AAU and doing different things like that. But that's just a game where you have to be sharp all the time. You just can't step in the gym and expect the ball to go in. So that's a lot of our offensive struggles. But these girls try. That's the excitement. The excitement in my voice right there is you got girls that are willing to, be coachable and listen and go as hard as they can for me, and I'm more than appreciative of that.
I talked to a student, a really good player, and I won't tell you who it is and what school, but she said she used to take 500 shots a day in the morning before school started. Go to the gym about 6 a.m., take 500 shots. And I'm like going, wow, does anybody do that? But she was a terrific player, and all district and all region, and it does pay off when you do that. And that doesn't even include AAU. If you could just get in the gym and do that, it has to be a tremendous help.
It does, and it takes that willpower. The getting up at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning before school, just having that drive and desire to do that, or going out when you can't get into the gym, go out to the rec park.
Right.
And do that. So it's a mentality. It is definitely a mentality. Those girls and those kids, have it a little different. And, some of our girls have the desire. Sometimes they don't have the means.
Right.
but they're willing to try. And right now, that's the best thing in the world for me. If you're willing to go, I'm willing to open the gym for you.
Yes,
and we'll get those shots up.
Yeah, that's a big key. I'm telling you, because you mentioned it too. Having the means to get to AAU, and
exactly.
It's not cheap.
No, trust me,
you know, don't you?
It's awful.
Yeah, you could have bought another home by the time you got one of them through, I'm sure. Hey, we're talking to Lonnie Drayton, head coach of the Smyrna Bulldogs. Really, just having a good time this morning, and I want you to talk about a few players. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I know you might forget somebody, but don't get mad at the coach if he does. He's doing that off the top of his head. But I know 3 wins and 3 losses, 3-3, something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about them.
Well, the girls right now we're led by. We're just blessed to have her. Stewart's Creek transfer. She's a sophomore. Dakota Payton is her name, point guard, and she's just all out and just all in. So it's a beautiful thing. I mean, we're actually led by her. She's our floor general. She's young, so she's learning, how to play basketball, how to figure out different situations, how to be a leader. She told me at the beginning of the season, I told her, you're going to have to be a leader out there. You're going to have to be somebody to look for. And she was like, I don't know if I can be a leader, coach. And, I told her it's not something that you're asked to be. It's something that you have to be. It's just something that they look at you as a leader. I'm sorry, sweetie. It's just part of it.
You're just kind of born with it sometimes,
Exactly. So we've been working on that. And she is so open, and so I love her to death. She is bought in. We've got another transfer that came in from Laverne. She was one of their posts, Triana Booker, and she's really stepped in, offered leadership to the team, and she's applying pressure, and she gives us a post presence that we haven't really been able to have in the last couple of years. So gives us a little size and depth. Even though she's not big, she plays big.
Yeah,
like a post. And, she's probably 5'8", 5'9". But then we have Tayton Williams and Sanaya Dalton, 2 guards that are, competing with each other for that starting spot right there. And Sanaya right now has a starting spot because she is shooting the lights out of them right now. She is just, if she's open, balls are going in. So she's one of those kids that are in the summertime, like we just talked about. She's got a ball. She's in the gym. She's by herself or, shooting. And now she's reaping the rewards. So it's a really, I think she had 18 last night against them and, hit 3 or 4 threes, so she's really, coming into her own. And Jakaya Herrera, we call her JJ. JJ is also, she's a senior. She's one of those kids that are really, pushing the tempo of the team right now. Defensively, she's our girl. If we have a girl that we're struggling with, we put her on her. Funny quick story about her. I tried to use reverse psychology, and I forgot I was dealing with emotions like sometimes we have. But we were playing Central Magnet, and the little girl from Central Magnet is phenomenal. I think Madison, I forgot, Stanley, I think it's her last name.
Yeah, that's it, Stanley.
Yeah, Stanley. And I was so, you're going to guard her, JJ. You're going to guard, that's who you're going to guard right there. And, first we start off the game in man, and this little girl scores 7 straight points on JJ. Yeah. And I'm talking, just abused her. And so I was like, we're going zone. So we immediately went zone, stopped her a little bit, but we got into halftime, and I look at it. I said, JJ, I apologize for putting you on her. She's too good. Thinking reverse psychology would work.
Right.
And I started talking to the team, and I look up, and she's tears in her eyes. That feels like she let us down. And I was like, JJ, that is the opposite of reverse psychology. All right. That is not what I was going for. I was wanting you to be mad at me and like, coach, I'll take her. She won't score again. But I got the reverse of the reverse.
Yeah, that didn't pay off, did it?
You're right.
We're almost out of time. I could talk to you for another 10 minutes or so, but you've got a schedule, your Christmas schedule. I know you're going to be. Is it the Pigeon Forge Christmas Tournament? Is that the name of it?
Oh yeah, we're heading down to Pigeon Forge to play in Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge this week right here. So we're going to go play there, and then a couple of games right there. I think we open up. Of course, when you drive 3 hours, you always open up with the home team.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
that works. That's the way it does.
Exactly.
Hey, and you'll spend the night and play again, and
we'll stay 3 nights.
That's probably good, isn't it? That's a little bonding trip, isn't it?
It really is, and that's why I try to do it every year somewhere different.
Coach of the Smyrna Bulldogs, he's got them rolling at 3-3. And this portion of the show brought to you by Middle Tennessee Electric, serving our community by providing affordable, reliable, and safe electricity. Online at mte.com. Blackman up next.
Winners Trophies can help you with customized awards for any occasion. Owner Kelly Hockenberry continues to provide awards for sports teams, churches, recognition awards, and more. Call Winners Trophies at 904-6002. That's 904-6002 for the best in quality, service, and pricing. You can also email Kelly, winnerstrophy@comcast.net. That's winnerstrophy@comcast.net. Any award for any occasion. Winners Trophies, 904-6002.
We're here at Rick's Barbecue catching up with Anne-Marie Brents, who tells us not only do they have barbecue, smoked chicken, loaded baked potatoes, but the slaw dogs are out of this world.
I do love the slaw dogs. People are like, is that a big sausage? I'm like, no, it's a deep fried hot dog. And the slaw that we put on them is a spicy mustard slaw. It's actually really good. I like to dip it in white sauce.
Rick's Barbecue has awesome deals to feed the entire family.
We have family packs, and it can feed 4 to 6 people. We have a picnic pack, which is the family pack doubled.
Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wammel. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto.
Your ride, your stuff. You live with them together. I'm State Farm agent Alex Williams. It's smart to protect them together to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-898-1150 and let me help you save by combining your auto and renters.
Hey there, it's Brian, and I wanted to share just one reason why I've been a customer of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee for years. What I love most is how they're always there for me, no matter what I need. I know I'm not just another number. When I have a question, I can count on getting a real answer from a real person who knows me and my financial goals. They're always showing up for me, and they can for you too.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance are the leading experts in sports medicine and performance, and the team physicians for NFL, college, and high school athletes across Tennessee. TOA offers same-day appointments, walk-ins, and urgent care for acute orthopedic injuries that can't wait. TOA is proud to support Rutherford County high school athletes. Having a specialized care team you trust can make all the difference in your athletic journey. To find a TOA location near you, visit TOA.com.
It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 101.9, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and Big G TV.
And this portion of the Coach's Show brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, who will work with you to develop a complete, tailored strategy to help you achieve your financial goals. That's Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin. And joining me here this morning is Jennifer Grandstaff, the head coach of the Blackman Blaze. And Jennifer, I don't even know that I even talked to you last year, so this is a privilege to get you first. I know at least I want to talk to you once this year.
All right, that sounds good. I think you did talk to me once last year.
Maybe I maybe did. It's kind of a blur, I'll tell you. The longer I'm here, the more the blurrier it gets too.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, you're off to a good start, but boy, your games are nail biters. I mean, you've been in some, especially the last 4 or 5.
Yep, we have. We've had quite a few close games. They have been nail biters. They've been good games, tight games. We've been fortunate to win a couple, and then, not just had some tough losses as well. So hopefully we're learning through this process.
Tell us a little bit. I always give everybody an opportunity to first time out to talk about some of the players, your returning players, and some new. Tell us a little bit about that, and I'll kind of give you free reign here just a little bit.
Okay. Well, we start right now. We're starting one senior. We were starting two seniors. Amir Hearing has started for us the last couple of years. Plays on right wing for us. Just an aggressive little fireball. Just plays so hard. Does a lot of great things for us on defense. Gives us a lot of good looks on offense. Getting better every day. Mariah Okori. She's been in our program for 4 years and has played some really good games early, and unfortunately she's been in a boot for the last week and a half with a suspected stress fracture, but she got cleared yesterday, so we're anxious to get her back in and moving around. She's about 6'1", just a nice presence inside, rebounds the ball well for us.
She runs up the floor really well, too. I mean, she gets up and down, with the...
Yeah, she's just a great athlete. Runs so well. She recently just committed to Cumberland to play basketball there next year. So, I think that's hurt us a little bit in the last week or two, not having Mariah on the floor. But, we'll work to get her back in the rotation, and hopefully we'll pick up from where she'll pick up from where she left off. Sam Gardner. She played the off guard for us last year. She's a sophomore. She's our starting point guard for us this year. She's about 5'4". She's got great ball sense. Just does a great job executing our offense. We are looking for Sam to be a little bit more of a scorer. But we know that'll come in time. She's got a lot on her shoulders right now, and she's been handling it extremely well. We started a junior that was out pretty much most of last season, Nautica Tomlin. She played 8th grade basketball at the middle school. I think that might have been her first year, and then she went to Ezel Harding her freshman year, got injured her sophomore year, and now she's with us and has really played well for us. She shoots the ball well. Streaky right now, a little streaky. We'd like for her to be a more consistent player, but, just super proud of the growth that she's had over the last year. So we're anxious to see her progression as well. Then we bring in Destiny's been in the starting role since Mariah's been hurt. Destiny Liggins, a sophomore as well. She's about 6'2", just really raw. Got so much upside about her. Runs the floor extremely well. She's had some really positive games for us, and then she's had some games where we just haven't gotten a whole lot of productivity out of her. But I blame that on youth and inexperience. But she's got, like I said, so much upside. She's going to be a young lady that you're going to hear a lot about in the next 2 years. So
you're a little
excited about her. And then obviously Layla Hall, who played an awful lot of minutes for us last year, had a great junior high career. We're just trying to get her to realize that the level of competition is a lot harder. The games are a lot harder. She's going to draw 2 or 3 every time she touches the ball, and just to get her to maybe step it up a notch and get stronger, a little bit more physical, a little bit more aggressive. But again, a lot of upsides with her as well. Our sophomore class has a ton of upsides. Then we bring in another sophomore, Madison Jackson, who's been out all season with a broke finger, and she got back in the rotation this week. And Ariana Linus, who is a junior as well, had 2 ACL surgeries, went to Ezel as a freshman, was out all last year, and she's given us a lot of positive minutes as well. So, yeah, we're really excited about the group that we have. They're solid. They're a great group to coach. Just eager, very eager, and that's what you love as a coach. That's what I enjoy about being around them.
Well, it seems like you have a good blend. You've got a couple of seniors, and then you add it looks like a really large and strong sophomore class too.
Oh, definitely. We're going to play a lot of kids. We'll play 7-8 kids every game. We do have a strong sophomore class. Our biggest challenge with I think our total group is we've been fortunate in the last couple of years, like when something breaks down on our offense or we need a big stop on defense, we've had that special player that was able to generate points for us. And right now, we don't have that. We're not able to create those easy buckets or get that easy turnover. And so it's hard. It's been really, really hard. And we're trying to learn how to handle hard. I think Carol Lawson said it the best. We showed our kids that video the other day. It's hard. And the sooner that we embrace hard and learn how to handle it, I think the more we're going to grow.
Yes, ma'am. I tell you, it's going to be an interesting district. Something for one thing, you played Oakland the other night, and it's non-district. Yep. I kind of freaked out on that. I was like, that doesn't seem right. That Oakland playing Blackman is such a rivalry, and yet it's not a district game.
I know, kind of disappointing.
They still mean something, but not as much as they did. But
still so much emphasis. Still a huge rival.
And it's going to make travel a little different. You're going to go places you haven't been, in district play locally, but still, it's a different feel, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, a lot different. It is. It's a small district, so that makes just finding regular season games even more challenging. But we're hopefully this our non-district schedule is going to prepare us for our district play. Stewart's Creek, Smyrna, Laverne. We play everybody in our region at least once, which is our old district. So, still a lot of great competition, still a lot of great rivals. So, it's still going to be good basketball in Rutherford County.
Jennifer Grandstaff, our guest here on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner. Coach, you were mentioning about strength of schedule. You've got one coming up right before Christmas, Lebanon. You've played Upperman. Upperman's a great team. Beach, another team. It hadn't been a picnic so far either.
No picnics, that's for sure. We've got to go. Every game that we play in December, we've had to come out and really play well in order to have a chance to be successful at the end of the game. I thought we played hard at Beach. We battled. We just, unfortunately didn't shoot the basketball very well. And, you got it. Like I said, we're missing a lot of points from last season, and we've just got to find ways to generate points. And that's probably been our biggest struggle as of now. Played a great game at Upperman. I mean, I thought we saw so much growth from Tuesday, the lessons learned, and went back to the drawing board and just really tried to teach and work with our kids. And what we saw Friday when we competed at Upperman, lost in double overtime, had chances to win, should have won, but hopefully in the long run, we're going to learn from this, go back to the drawing board and really dissect it and just be better because of it.
I always think of consistency always being the issue, particularly with girls basketball. Coaching it and being around it, it just seems like once you get that and you find that one person that you were talking about, it makes such a difference in how you play games.
Oh, definitely. Just makes it easier.
Yeah.
It really does. Once you develop that consistency and that cohesiveness within your team, within your group, and, we just keep plugging away. It's early and there's so much time for growth and improvement, and we're just excited about what the next 2 months hold for the Lady Blaze.
And you're going to be playing, I'm sure, in some kind of holiday classic. I think maybe Page probably down there.
We play in the Kerry Malone Classic on the 22nd. We play Lebanon, which every time we play Lebanon, it's just a dogfight. They're just so fierce and competitive, and we'll go in that. We go to their gym, play there, so it'll be a great atmosphere. It'll be a great test for us. I'm anxious to see how we compete, and then we're off, and then we go to Page. We play the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st. A tournament there, so great competition there. We end up with Kenwood, and in our bracket is Lipscomb Academy, Tullahoma in the bottom bracket. The team that stuck out was Bartlett. I can't remember all the three other teams in there, but great competition there as well. We just, have to just take it one game at a time and try to put ourselves in a good situation to be in that winner's bracket.
Before I let you go, we never talk about the assistant coaches. I'm going to give you an opportunity, and it's my fault because I never ask about them, but I know Brad and all of them. Yep. Let's give them a few kudos before I get you out of here this morning.
Oh, gosh. Well, my A1 number one is, of course, Shelby Gibson. Everybody in Rutherford County, if you've followed girls basketball, you know that name. Just a tremendous athlete at Oakland High School. She made the game easy. You know, you needed a bucket, you knew where the ball was going, so she was with us for 2 years, went to Memphis for a year. Now she's back with us for a second year. And
she's great with kids, too, isn't she? I mean, she's really great with them.
Great with kids, got great demeanor, she's just fun to be around, makes it fun, can make it serious. She's going to be a great, great young coach, head coach one day, and just anxious to see what's in store for her. She's just grown so much over the past 2 years, learned so much about the game, and just really excited for her. Brad Martin's been with us now. I think this is his 5th year. Just so knowledgeable and level-headed, and brings some calmness to us. Does a great job scouting for us. And then Corbett Smith, who also was a basketball player for me at Oakland, just a fierce competitor as well. Just a volunteer, and again, just another basketball guru. So very fortunate to have the staff that we have. They make me better. They make us better. And as long as we keep surrounding ourselves with people that make us better, I think we're on the right track.
It's really good too, Jennifer, to keep that they've been together with you for that long. You know, it really helps, doesn't it? Everything you kind of pick each other's brains apart and also know what one's going to do, right?
Yeah, can just be upfront, honest, and challenge each other, and not take it personal. And it's just a great relationship that we all four have together.
Well, when I get up there in the high reaches of the stage up there behind at Blackman, be sure to wave at me when I see you, because we're going to be there soon.
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
I sure will. Just appreciate your time.
And have a good Christmas.
All you do for Rutherford County. Okay, thank you.
Yes,
you too.
yes, ma'am. Jennifer Grandstaff, the head coach of the Blackman Blaze. They're off to a good start, too, 6-2. This portion of the show brought to you by Las Casas Feed Supply, locally owned and operated by Coy and Jennifer Young, specializing in animal feeds, premium pet foods, farm supplies, and more. We've got more to come, and I think Danny Brewer's on his way.
It takes all of us to power a community, both in plain sight and behind the scenes. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
This is a paid legal ad.
At the law offices of John Day, we take only real cases that make a real difference.
The law offices of John Day took the burden really off of my shoulders.
So if you think you're going to get rich quick with a frivolous case, I'm not the lawyer for you.
I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done so much. I know you went over and beyond.
If we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We'd like to welcome you to our door.
If you're a homeowner with a quarter acre or several, Las Casas Feed Supply focuses on premium feeds and dog foods you won't find in the box stores.
Nutrition is our specialty here at Las Casas Feed.
Family owned and operated by Coy and Jennifer Young, inviting you to stop by, visit, and enjoy the country.
Customer service and expertise that exceeds your expectations.
Las Casas Feed is also your place for local milk from the MTSU Dairy on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East in Las Casas.
Hi, I'm Lee Colvin, your Edward Jones financial advisor. And while you've heard the saying, slow and steady wins the race, that same concept can be applied to long-term investing. Investing a little bit at a time on a regular basis can really add up. We call this systematic investing, and though it doesn't guarantee a profit or prevent a loss, it's a way to take advantage of market volatility instead of enduring it. Give me a call, Lee Colvin, at 615-907-7056. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's the Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019 100.5, 1450 WGNSSports.com and Big G TV.
The Coaches Show is brought to you by Prentice Alsop Heating and Air, family owned and operated since 1977. Get the best service with Prentice Alsop Heating and Air online at PrenticeAlsop.com. Danny Brewer, you know I'm better than a buttermilk biscuit right now because I am on the air. I'm following the award-winning John Dinkins, but I'm on the air with Shanice Kaysen, head basketball coach at Laverne High School. Miss Kaysen, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Oh, we're happy to have you. So let's introduce the folks to who Coach Kaysen is. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I know that you're a Rutherford County native, so kind of fill me in and fill the folks out there in on who Shanice Kaysen is.
Yeah, Shanice Kaysen is a Seagull Star, a Lady Raider, a mom, and now a head coach, and I'm loving every bit of it. Born and raised in Murfreesboro. Spent my time here and decided to play under Rick Insel at middle. Won a couple championships, conference championships, and saw some NCAA tournament experience. So I enjoyed a lot of basketball, which led me to where I am now.
Well, Coach, you know, I told you off air, I'm a big thoroughbred racing guy. You are a fantastic filly that's a real thoroughbred of this county. So talk a little bit about the value of staying home. We talked a little bit about that off there. Let's talk on air about it. The value of staying home. You're a Rutherford County product, grew up here, played your entire basketball career. Tell me a little, and now you're teaching the game of basketball in Rutherford County.
Yeah, I think staying here mostly prodded off of me wanting my family to experience my success and being able to support me throughout my journey. And now that I'm able to coach, they're able to now sit behind me too and just watch me thrive with their support. And so it means something when you stay local. You understand the rivalries. You understand just what Murfreesboro, Rutherford County basketball was, is, and growing to be. So it's just exciting to be able to feed into what is going on here in Rutherford County.
Oh, I agree with you wholeheartedly on all that stuff. Now, let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you said. When we talk about your time at Siegel, which was, you were a very good player. That's why you were played at MTSU. Because we know Coach Insel is not the easiest guy to play for, but he is legendary for a reason. So talk a little bit about the ability to play for a guy like Rick Insel and what kind of influence that's had on you.
Yeah, you kind of got to be tough-minded to be able to play for him. He expects what he expects, and there's nothing wrong with that. It actually taught me a lot about what I would like to expect out of my kids. It taught me just the ability to be responsible and have some structure behind what you're doing. He was very structured in everything he did, and so now that I'm getting into coaching, being a head coach in college or high school, it's told me what kind of structure I would like for my team, and it's given me an idea of the path that I'm trying to create and the culture that we're trying to create too.
So let's talk a little bit about that. Rolls right into the next point, the Kaysen way. We want to talk about the Kaysen way and what you're trying to instill down at Laverne High School. So you mentioned structure, you mentioned being regimented, all that implementation. Tell me how you're trying to go about that and how that's going for you so far.
Yeah, so coming in, walking in, you got to set a standard. And the standard doesn't necessarily mean that the slogans change and things like that. It's what you want as a head coach. You have to say, okay, we're going to focus in on being good free throw shooting team. We're going to work on our ball handling, but we're going to have respect and carry that out and show that on the court and off the court in our daily lives. I have 5 seniors, so I told them some of them want to play college basketball, but you have to have some type of structure. You have to be able to be respectful, and you have to be able to provide that on the floor and off the floor. It doesn't just stop on the floor. So.
Yeah, well, because, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Dog-eat-dog.
And the thing about it is it's very competitive, especially in this county in girls basketball. So the importance of discipline and structure as you try to move forward. Talk a little bit about that.
I think we're walking in the right direction when it comes to the structure on the floor. we were trying to find our identity at first to see what that looks like. So we tried the slow pace game. Now we're trying to speed up just a little bit, and I think that's working for us. We just came off a tough loss last night. However, we did learn a lot from that loss. We learned what is our fast, what is our pace fast. So we're going to come back home tomorrow and work on that Sunday because we have 2 games coming up after that. So we're going to try to transition into what our fast looks like.
So let's talk a little bit about the week that was.
Yeah.
You know, who did you play last night?
We played Cookeville. In Cookeville, which everyone knows that's a tough place to play in. That crowd is tough. We did end up losing. However, like I said, we walked away with a lot of lessons. We were able to learn to listen to each other instead of listening to the crowd. The score didn't reflect that. However, like I said, we did learn a lot from that.
So let's talk a little bit about the record. What's your record right now?
Our record right now is 2-6 as of last night. We played some incredible teams such as Nolensville, Cookeville. We have those losses that we did, though, or we had. We were able to sit back and watch film, which they said that they didn't watch a lot of film. I literally have one returning starter. So these girls are not used to playing the amount of minutes that they're getting now. And so they're just learning to really play a full game at this point. So they were able to learn what they did, why they did it. I have them writing in journals to try to figure out how we can help each other get better. So that's what we're doing right now.
So you're creating students of the game, right? I mean, and that's part of the whole process here is you want to create students of the game.
Correct. And the writing in journals is something new. Like I literally just bought them. We're going to start doing it. Like it's going to be something new for them, and they're not going to be ready for it, but we're going to have to get ready for it because the only way that we can continue to progress is by figuring out what we did wrong. So, and that's one thing that Coach Insel did is sitting us down and trying to figure and pick our brains out why we did what we did, and we watched a lot of film. So now I'm having to like refocus my own self and say, okay, what was working, what wasn't working, and now me and my coaching staff are going to sit in and try to figure out what that looks like.
So you're part psychologist, part basketball coach, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, and write it, remember it. I mean, the journal, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I kind of was watching a podcast last night. I don't know where the coach is from. She was out of Florida, and she said that getting them to write in a journal what they did was the best thing that she's ever done in her coaching career. So we're going to try it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all about you got pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah.
You got to figure out how to put them together, right?
Yes, sir. That's all it's all about.
So let's talk about what's coming up. What you got coming up? I know you mentioned a couple of games, so tell me a little bit about what's coming up this week for Laverne Lady Wolverines.
We have 2 back-to-back games. We play Antioch at home at 6. Come out and support, and then we play Independence at Independence. That game is actually at 5 o'clock. We're going to play a little early that day.
Okay, and that will be on Tuesday.
That will be on Tuesday.
Okay, so how many home games have you had so far this year?
We have only had 2 home games, so it really hasn't been a lot. We've been on the road a lot. However, I think when you get into the district that we are in, that is going to benefit us learning how to play on the road.
Well, that was my next point was, you know, we've established Rutherford County girls basketball is really good, has been for many, many years.
Yes,
so how do you think that the road games preparing you for when you look to the district schedule, all that stuff, just prepares you as you move forward?
It'll give us a sense of understanding the crowd because it can play into a lot of how you play. We're going into elements like Blackman, who is a phenomenal team. Our rival teams, which are Smyrna and technically Stewart's Creek because it's right down the road too, but more so Smyrna, they draw a great crowd base. So we're learning how to play in tough adversity situations.
So you mentioned something earlier about not listening to the crowd and listening to each other. That's got to be a challenge when you think about, especially going into those environments you just talked about.
It is because at the end of the day, sometimes they're not going to be able to hear me, but they have to be able to hear and understand what each other needs. So it's still a work in progress as well. Communication is one of the big things that we're trying to focus on right now. So making sure that they can hear each other if they can't hear me so they can be on the same page is going to be huge.
Okay, so leaders on the floor, talk to me a little bit about you said 5 seniors. Let's talk a little bit about some of those 5 seniors.
Yes. So I do have 5. I have Azranique, Sis Trunk, Bugs, Alexia Bugs, and Shania Burton, Neela Fontana, and Nevaeh Hathaway. Incredible group of seniors. Right now, our leaders are Ace, because she is the one that has the ball in their hands most of the time. She kind of has to be that leader, even though sometimes she really doesn't want the responsibility. She kind of has to be that leader, kind of has to be that voice as well. Alexia Bugs is stepping up big for us too when trying to be vocal. I think she's more of a doer versus being a vocal person doing it, but she's doing her best to be the person that does it. So we're just working on identifying what their roles are still, and they're still walking into what their roles are. Just because, like I said, Ace is the only returner.
Okay, so when you talk about having that's a coach on the floor is what you need.
Yes, exactly.
Because, like you said, the communication sometimes isn't always there. So developing that's just another building block for life.
It is. Being a point guard myself, it is so important to be so locked in with your head coach to know what they want, when they want, at a certain time. So those are pieces that we're trying to put together right now. So they're doing a decent job, and like I said, there's always room for improvement.
So being a point guard for Coach Insel, too, I mean, and like I said, I love Coach Insel. I think he's one of the best basketball coaches that there's ever been, but that obviously made you a lot stronger.
It did make me a lot stronger because everything's your fault, regardless if it's not your fault. So
we love you, Coach Insel. So let's talk a little bit about it's Christmas time, Christmas season. What is on Shanice Cason's Christmas list for the Laverne Lady Wolverines? What do you want for Christmas? What do you want these girls to give you for Christmas?
Continue to give effort. I think that's all a coach ever wants is continuous effort. So I'm excited about them providing me with that for Christmas. That's my wish list.
Well, I think that's a great thing, and as long as the effort is there, that's all you can ask for. So Shanice Cason, we appreciate your time. We wish you the best luck. If you want to see a good product, you go down there to the Laverne Gymnasium Monday night if you want to, and after the first year, we get a district schedule. Get on down there, see the Lady Wolverines. Coach Cason, appreciate your time. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you for having me.
The Coaches Show is brought to you by State Farm agents Andy Womack, Dana Womack, Celeste Middleton, Alex Williams, Ron Reeves, and Emerson Williams. My boy, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Whether it's the blazing heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter, let the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Conditioning on West College Street keep your home or business comfortable year-round. We service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass.
Are you tired of feeling like just another number with your insurance provider? At Rayburn Insurance Agency in Smyrna, Agent Rick Hall prides himself on offering personalized service that puts you first. Every client's needs are unique. From personal home and auto coverage to tailored business insurance, Rick Hall's got you covered. Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency in Smyrna, where you're more than just a policy number. You're a neighbor.
Hey, all you last-minute shoppers out there, this Christmas, give her something that stops your heart and starts it again from J. Mullins Jewelry. Breathtaking diamonds, custom pieces, and even redesign or repair. At J. Mullins Jewelry, we've been making Murfreesboro sparkle since 1938. Now located at 1640 Memorial Boulevard behind McAllister's brand new location. So stop in and see us. J. Mullins Jewelry, let's make this her brightest Christmas ever. New location, 1640 Memorial Boulevard.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
We fulfill all your tax preparation needs from individual returns to corporations and handle any of those scary letters you may get from the IRS.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019 100.5, 1450 WGNSSports.com and Big G TV.
The Coaches Show is brought to you by Dan France Concrete, a licensed and insured residential and commercial concrete construction contractor serving Middle Tennessee. That's Dan France Concrete. Danny Brewer back with you. Happier to hound dog right now because, doggone it, I got Scott Thomas, head girls basketball coach, Oakland High School. Coach Thomas, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, quite well, sir. All right, so, before we talk, this is a girls basketball show. But before we talk about that, I want to talk about football for just a minute. Because, another state championship at Oakland, you play a role in that because you're a part of that program. Tell me a little bit about the euphoria of another state championship.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play a big role this year. I just kind of was a helper on Friday nights for Coach Creasy. But, you can't – it's – pretty impressive, what Coach has done for our football team, and I'm thankful that he lets me be around and still be a part of what he's doing there. And me and Coach Creasy have always had a really good relationship, so I learn from him every year, and take pieces of what he does within our football program, and just trying to bring that winning culture that football has to our girls basketball program.
He's a guy that just a building block of a coach. Yeah. I mean, the guy flat does it. Just one last thing about it. You have been part of Rutherford County football for a long time. So, does it give you a little bit extra juice in the tank because you were you played here in Rutherford County, and that Rutherford County is maintaining that top spot in the whole state because ain't nobody better than Rutherford County in football.
No, yeah, it's been awesome to be a part of. The years at Riverdale, was part of a winning program, and coming to Oakland, felt a lot like how it was when I was at Riverdale with the culture and just the pride in winning. I think is the main thing. And what Coach Creasy's doing there is, it's special.
So we're going to get into girls basketball now. Let's talk a little bit about Scott Thomas, the Scott Thomas way. This is your second year as head coach at Oakland High School?
Yep, second. Okay,
all right. So what kind of are you trying to, year one to year two, talk a little bit about the transition, the familiarity with who you've got in your program and all that kind of stuff. Tell me a little bit about how things have gone coming into year two.
Yeah, so last year, we were 6 seniors, so we were pretty senior heavy. And, I think year one was just trying to, instill our culture and, our, what we expect of the players and, how we want to work and how we want to compete. And, this year got a really young team. Only got one senior on the team. So we're young. I think they know now kind of what we expect of them as coaches, and our schedule has been pretty tough early, and I've been really proud of the way that we've competed so far this year. Starting 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and 1 senior for most of our games. So I think us playing young is good for the future, and us playing really good competition is going to help us down the road as well.
2 freshmen, 2 sophomores in the starting lineup. Yeah. Obviously that's a challenge, but a good challenge, right?
Yeah, it's been good. The 2 freshmen, one of them's KK Richardson. She actually came over from Blackman Middle. She's our starting point guard right now. If you watch her play, you wouldn't think she was a freshman. She's her poise is really good and calm, and she's had a 22-point game and 2 or 3 double-digit games. Creates offense, runs our offense really well. Zaria Benford is another one who came to us from Oakland Middle. Still trying to get her. She's getting better each game. Still trying to get her to play a little more aggressive and play up to her potential that we know she's got. And then, sophomore Kylie Higgs came back out this year from really good softball player at Oakland. If you just watch her play, you'll notice she's just a workhorse. Always gives her best. And then Riley Mullen played for us a lot last year as a freshman. Struggling a little bit shooting the ball right now, but totally confident that she's gonna get us going. And when she's on and everybody else is on, we haven't really had that complete game yet. So excited to see what we look like once we're all hitting on all cylinders. And then our lone senior, Kenya Seibert, she's just a scrappy player that got a lot of good minutes last year too. So then we bring a junior off the bench, Callie Lowe, who got some good minutes last year. So we're young, but we're 6 games in, so we're not using us being young as an excuse anymore. So we got to start trying to find a way to win games.
What's your record right now, Coach?
We played 6. We've lost the first 6, so we're 0-6 so far.
But I mean, it's been six growing games. You feel like that your team has grown from week 1 to now.
Yeah, I mean, in every game we played in, I'd say other than last night at Green Hill, we've competed and been in for 3 or 4 quarters with a chance. Had a chance to beat Blackman on Tuesday night, lost by 2, and then last Friday had a chance to beat Pickett County, ended up losing by 5. But yeah, tough schedules. We opened up with Tullahoma and Mount Juliet, then we went right to Upperman, then we played Pickett County, then we played Blackman, and we played Green Hill. So, good competition. And like I said, I think it's going to prepare us for when we get in the district and region.
No, I think without question. Let's rewind for a little bit. The Blackman game, 41-39, 2-point loss on Tuesday night. That was at Blackman?
Yeah.
So when you talk about going – and Blackman has been the bell cow the last several seasons for Rutherford County basketball. And girls basketball in Rutherford County is very good and has been for a long time. So talk a little bit about that game and kind of what that can do for your program. Because like I said, I know moral victories aren't what you're after, but –
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a good, I think our girls finally saw that we can compete with the best in our district and region. And, I thought we took 4 steps forward, just with our confidence and, them realizing that we do have a chance, because, we set goal before the season, and the girls set them, one of their goals was to be a district champion and to win the region. So, Tuesday night I thought was a region championship atmosphere. And Blackman is a team that if we're going to achieve that, that's the team that we're going to have to beat. So, I was proud of the way we played. It's always fun playing Coach Grandstaff, and she's got a great team this year, and I was proud of how we battled.
Girls basketball, I enjoy watching girls basketball because it's still very fundamental. Talk about the fundamentals because they can't jump out of the gym and all that. So you have to be more fundamental in girls basketball to be successful. Talk about the fundamentals and what you're seeing from your team right now.
Yeah, that's we talk to our team a lot about doing the little things right. Especially when you're playing the Blackmans and the Uppermans and the Mount Julius, the Green Hills. So, we're trying to hit hard, not turning the ball over, especially when the game's close in the 4th quarter. There's times where we don't rebound the ball great. And then, there's times where we just can't buy a shot, So little things I think is hard for, young athletes to really have an emphasis on, especially during practice. And, a lot of kids these days would just rather, not practice and just tip it up and play. That's one thing, we're trying to practice at a right level. That's, where we're getting the effort in practice is the same effort we're getting in games. And once we figure that out, I think we'll really take a step forward.
Because the bottom line is your team is built on the practice floor, not on the playing floor.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when you talk about having the one senior, of course she's a girl who's been through it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. is that one of the things that you're struggling with, you think, a little bit, because the young players and maybe they don't always understand what it takes to be successful at this level?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, it starts with leadership. We're still trying to find the vocal leader on our team, that's consistent. We have a few that try to step up, but, I think any good team that you see, they have good leadership. And, I do think that's a piece we're missing right now with us being so young. And, it's a culture thing. I think the older girls on the team should set the example for the younger kids, that way by the time our freshmen are seniors, now they're setting the example, and it's just a trickle effect. And, that's still one thing that we're, trying to hit hard on within our program.
So, Coach, what you got coming up this week?
So we got Wilson Central Monday, who's 8-1, 9-1 team, and then we go Beach comes to us on Thursday, who's a really good team as well.
So it doesn't get any easier, right, Coach?
Not gonna get any easier.
Okay, so 'tis the season. It's holiday season, Christmas time. What does Coach Scott Thomas want from his basketball team heading to Christmas? What can they give you for Christmas, Coach?
I think the best thing I could ask for is, them just enjoying playing with each other, continue being great teammates, and then we gotta find a way to put that ball in the goal.
Put the biscuit in the basket,
Yep.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, Scott Thomas, we appreciate your time. Now, is either one of those games at home at Wilson Central or Beach?
Wilson Central's away. Beach is at home on Thursday.
So Thursday night, if you want to see some good basketball, you get on over there to Oakland. Because Oakland High School, when you go walk in that gym and you see those banners and all that kind of stuff, it's really a very cool atmosphere, very cool place. Coach Scott Thomas, we appreciate your time. We certainly wish you the best of luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All righty. The Coaches Show is brought to you by Rick's Barbecue, serving up the best smoked barbecue ribs and many local favorites on Warrior Drive, locally operated by Anne Marie Brents and the Lanning family.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and do it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
In Rutherford County, we need a sheriff who leads from the front, not from behind a desk. That's Kenneth Barrett, out on calls, side by side with deputies, tackling the tough stuff every shift. He's the working man's leader, supervising with sharp eyes, serving with steady hands, keeping our families safe. Born here, raised here, he's ready to protect here.
I'm Kenneth Barrett, running for Rutherford County Sheriff, and I'd appreciate your vote.
Paid for by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff. Treasurer Jam Stewart.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Clark's has a team of experienced auctioneers and realtors who make selling your property simple. Whether you're selling your home, farm, or have an estate to settle, auctions are easy, fast, and profitable. You don't have to worry about the hassle of updates, repairs, or showings, and you'll receive multiple offers on auction day.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Clark's Auction Company, committed to auction excellence.
Sold it to you, 27.5.
If you need concrete work done, who would I call? Dan France Concrete. Here's why. He's local. He attended Walter Hill Elementary, Oakland, and MTSU. He served our community as a school resource officer for 9 years, and he's involved in the community.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Dan France Concrete is a licensed and insured residential and commercial concrete construction contractor serving Middle Tennessee. Check out danfranceconcrete.com online to see some of their work.
It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 101.9, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and Big G TV.
The Coaches Show is brought to you by the law offices of John Day, providing superior legal representation to injury victims and their families. Find out more at johndaylegal.com. Danny Brewer back with you. Happy to be joined now by the lovely Miss Hannah Jones, head basketball coach of the Lady Redhawks at Stewart's Creek High School. Coach Jones, how are you this morning?
Hi, yeah, doing well. How are you?
Oh, like I said, I'm prettier than a pancake right now because, like I said, I got you on the line. Coach Jones, let's introduce the folks for those who, I know that you have been coaching in Rutherford County, but this is your first year leading the Lady Redhawks. Am I correct about that?
Yes, my first year with this group.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Hannah Jones, and let's introduce Miss Hannah Jones. Where are you from, Coach?
Originally from Brentwood, Tennessee.
The good old B-Wood, the Lady Bruins. Did you play basketball at Brentwood?
I did.
And then tell me what happened in the Hannah Jones story after Brentwood.
So Ronnie Singazar was my head coach at Brentwood, and then I was fortunate enough to go play all 4 years at Lipscomb University, and then played overseas for a little bit, and then came back, and I've been coaching at high school and was an assistant at my alma mater at Lipscomb as well. And kind of now the path has led to Stewart's Creek. I'm really excited.
All right, yeah. So wound up down on the creek. That's a good place to be. So you perked my interest here. Where did you play at overseas?
I was in Australia.
Oh, Aussie basketball. All right. So tell me a little bit about, obviously I'm very curious about that big old island. So tell me a little bit about Australia and what that was like. How many years were you there?
I was there for 1, and so I played on a couple different teams there. And I was picked up to play at the island at the bottom, Tasmania.
Uh-huh.
And then from there, and we would travel all over. And then there was a couple of teams there. And it's beautiful. The people are wonderful. The competition was really, really tough. They're very passionate. But, you don't hear, a lot of overseas, some friends of mine that have played, it was English speaking, and they treated women right, and I got paid on time, and I was able to play and do really well and just keep it going. So in a wonderful country. So it was really beautiful, and the food was wonderful. The people that I stayed with and played with, it was a lot of great memories. I'm so thankful that I had the opportunity to do that.
My niece is married to an Australian, and those are some wonderful people. His family are great people, and at their wedding, I met a lot of folks from that. They're just a very happy, wonderful culture. Would you agree with that?
They're beautiful. Just welcoming and warm. I think passionate is such a good word, too. And so I'm yes. They're wonderful.
So, did you see a devil when you was down there? Did you see any of them Tasmanian
devils? Not like in the wild. We just went to it like a little zoo, and so they have them there. But yeah, Tasmanian devil is real.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about being at the creek, establishing the Hannah Jones way. When you walk in as a new coach first year, sometimes you have to try to indoctrinate, your way of doing things. Talk about the implementation of the Hannah Jones way and how that's gone for you thus far.
Well, I do think a lot of places before, just maybe this is some other people when you hire someone new, it might be that way where it's like, hey, I need to completely change and do this, do that. I don't think so. The case this time, it's like, Stewart's Creek and the culture and kind of what I walked into is it aligns with a lot of kind of my philosophy, and the girls were ready for it too. So I think that they're a lot of this group this year. Stewart's Creek graduated a ton of mature varsity talent last year, probably like 6 seniors, and majority of them went and played somewhere after. So this group is kind of filling some big shoes, but they're very coachable. I give them a lot that I think, like the standards of, we want you to be here if you're going to be committed. Let's be tough in it too. But basketball is what we do, not who we are. So kind of big picture. And they're all the kids, the staff, they're very on board with it. And they're very, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like a huge change for them. Like, they were ready for it and they're aligned with that and kind of the vision and perspective that I bring as a coach. And so it makes me just feel really at home, and excited for these girls. Like I said, they're learning a lot. They don't have as much experience as those of the seniors that did last year, but that's a change for them. We have 5 seniors this year who are going to be filling big shoes, and they're very coachable, and that's all I can ask for.
Well, Coach, you've said some things that are very good, about basketball not being who you are, but basketball can help develop who you are. Agree or disagree with that?
Oh, 100%. I think especially any sport, team sport, individual sport, whatever you're doing, and I mean, as a young woman growing up in sports and the hard work and the commitment and just the payoff that you get for those habits that you're building, putting in the work, but then understanding the challenges and embracing challenge and uncomfiness. Like when you lose, there are lessons to be learned there. And when you win, there's also lessons to be learned. It's just, I think that when you win, sometimes it doesn't, what's the word? When you're winning, like you kind of don't, maybe sometimes people don't pay as much attention, and so you think you can only learn the losses. There's so much to be learned on all ends of the spectrum being a part of a team sport that's not required for graduation. You're not doing the bare minimum. You are doing above and beyond. It takes away your free time. It takes away just a lot of things that they're committing themselves to. So yes, big picture, it helps mold you into a fantastic, hardworking young lady.
Because commitment, I mean, that's what it's all about, right?
You got to have it. If you don't have it, you don't need to be here.
There you go. Simply said and very aptly put. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the week that was. Tell me, first of all, Coach, what's the record right now for Stewart's Creek Lady Red Hogs?
Good question. Maybe 2-5?
Okay, all right. So there has been a good basketball tradition established at Stewart's Creek, over the years. They've always been very competitive, very good. Is that one of the things that maybe helped attract you to Stewart's Creek because of the tradition that's been there and the opportunity to continue to build on that tradition?
I think it was more that I really love the Middle Tennessee girls basketball. I think there's a lot of middle schools that are feeding into Stewart's Creek. I like the way the school is run. I like the population. I think there's a lot more than just, yes, it was wonderful that basketball is a priority and it has a winning culture and a competitive culture. But I think there's a lot of pros around that too to help support that end game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
But I don't think it's just, it doesn't get there. It doesn't get that way in overnight. That it has to be a long-term, it's built from within, top to bottom. So, yes, I think that's why it was really a great spot for me.
Okay, so let's talk about the week that was. Tell me a little bit about what happened this past week with Stewart's Creek.
Yeah, so we played 2 games. We played Brentwood on Tuesday and Cane Ridge last night. Cane Ridge was actually a late pickup. We were scheduled to play Lighthouse Christian, but they ended up canceling. And Cane Ridge, we were down the road. So it was kind of 2 local teams, both home games. We got down early against Brentwood, but we ended up, it was an exciting comeback game for our girls. I think they showed grit. I think they showed toughness. And they just made basketball plays. Our junior, Amira Maynard, has been really big this week. She had 20 points against Brentwood, and then she had 11 points against Cane Ridge. And Cane Ridge, definitely a different team. We ended up dropping that game last night, but it was tough. Our girls were trying to execute what we wanted them to do on the offensive end. I think we lost some steam executing defensively in Cane Ridge. They got a player who's number 22. She stepped up big for them. In Cane Ridge, they just fought hard, and I think that was a good learning lesson for us because I think a lot of people in our district, we don't have a big district. It's just Smyrna, Laverne, us, and Blackman. But I think Cane Ridge is going to be a good kind of a reflection of what we're going to be walking into for district. So good learning lesson. Another senior, Sophia Davis, she had a big night against Cane Ridge, but we just came up short.
So talk a little bit about the seniors. You said you had 5 seniors. Tell me a little bit about them and what you're expecting from them.
So all of them, majority of them are guards, and I have 1 senior post player. So Sophia Davis from the perimeter, just bringing athleticism, bringing some guard play, perimeter, and getting to the rim. She is one of our best on-ball defenders. So just being able to execute defensively is huge. And then Riley Steen is another senior. She is a leader in the weight room. Great culture kid for the younger ones, and she is a green light shooter for us. And then Gabby Kennard, she's a post player, has really, really been working on her craft. I remember her when she was young. I wasn't at Stewart's Creek, obviously, but watching her grow throughout the years, I just think continuing, I hope she has a wonderful senior year to cap off all the hard work that she's been putting in. Then we've got Josie Blanks and Janiah Bryant, both kind of that 3-wing position. But again, all 5 of those, I give them more to do all the time, and they're like, yep, we're doing this. They're holding the team accountable in the locker room. They're holding them accountable in the weight room, and obviously on the court and practice and games too. They care so much, but I think they just got great heads on their shoulders, keeping priority in the main thing. So they're a core group, and the chemistry I really, really love it.
Green light shooter. I love that term. When I was playing my basketball in the men's league and the pickup, the only bad shot was one you didn't take. So that was.
Well, when I got on to Riley last night, really, she was open. She truly is a green light shooter for us. She's got the numbers to prove it and the work ethic to back that up. And she hesitated a little last night. We can't have that going forward, and we talked about it, and she just takes it all in stride. So really, really love her attitude and her kind of just when I'm coaching her, she's listening and she adapts. So that's one thing to take from last night. My green light shooter, you got to be ready.
That's right. So what you got coming up this week, Coach?
We just have one game. We got Lebanon, and then we go into that Christmas break. So we got Lebanon Tuesday, home game, and then we don't have the game Friday. So then we come back. We travel to Lebanon High School for the Malone Power Games, where we will play Melrose, a team out of Memphis, and then BGA.
Oh, exciting. So 'tis the season. Christmas is coming up. I know your husband's got you some fancy gifts lined up already. But what do you want from your team, Coach Hannah Jones? What do you want? What would you like your team to give you for Christmas?
I want them to continue to I want them to put a whole game together. I want that defensive execution. They listen, they practice hard, they listen to our film and our scout. They're soaking it all in.
Take your time. Wish you the best of luck. If you want to see a good product on the floor, head over there to Stewart's Creek. Check out those Lady Red Hawks. Coach Jones, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and we certainly appreciate your time and wish you the best of luck.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a great Christmas and holiday.
The Coaches Show is brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, the largest and most comprehensive orthopedic surgery group in Middle Tennessee. Find out more at TOA.com.
Every holiday season, Middle Tennessee comes alive. From small-town parades to tree lightings in our local squares, our communities shine with laughter, music, and the spirit of the season. MTE is proud to help light those moments, supporting the traditions that bring neighbors together. Because around here, it means more than electricity. It's the energy our communities share. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Raider Tees isn't just about t-shirts. We've got jackets, scarves.
Every holiday season, MTE joins in the fun, supporting and taking part in local Christmas parades. From Murfreesboro to Fairview to Franklin, we light the streets, celebrate with our neighbors, and share in the joy of the season. Good energy is the heart of the holidays, because it's more than electricity. It's the spirit that powers every celebration.
To join the Sir Pizza team. Stop in at our East Main, Veterans Parkway, or Memorial Boulevard locations and let us know how you'd like to join the Sir Pizza family. Also, we've made it even easier to order for carryout or delivery. Just head on over to sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Ring Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service. From personal tax preparation to business bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes, at Craig's Tax Service, our staff is here to help.
Get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
As a former Siegel Star football player, I know the importance of the high school sports experience. Good luck to all county student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019 100.5, 1450 WGNSports.com and Big G TV.
The Coaches Show is brought to you by Parks Auction Company. Let their team of experienced and professionally trained staff utilize the auction process to sell your property. Find out more at parksauction.com. Danny Brewer, extremely pleased because now I'm joined by Rutherford County sports staple Perry Lyons. He's head coach of the Rockville Girls, but he's legendary in this county for many reasons. Coach Lyons, how are you this morning?
Doing great, Danny. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. You know, I want to tell folks a little bit about Perry Lyons, and we're going to talk a little bit about Perry Lyons first. This is your second year as head coach at Rockville, correct?
Yes, sir. Year 2 at Rockville basketball.
Yep. So, but you graduated from Smyrna, played baseball at MTSU. Now MTSU, y'all played in like the super regional, right? You were like one of those kingpins that led the MTSU baseball to the super regional one year. Am I correct about that, Coach?
I don't know about that, but I know we were 2 games away from the College World Series. We got put out by Southwest Missouri State. At that time, they had a guy that was leading the nation in home runs, and I remember standing in left field and watching the ball. He hit one to the freeway. To the cars, so I do remember that.
Yeah, and so, Coach, I know also, you know, you've coached at different spots around the county. You've influenced a lot of kids in a very positive way. My son Bo is one of them. I want to thank you for that, Coach, on air. You know, Bo does things today and still talks about the Perry Lyons' influence on him, and he's one of the reasons why he's the success that he is as a young man is because of you. So I thank you for that, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, but it's all about discipline. So let's talk a little bit about the Perry Lyons way, because the Lyons way is discipline. You know, your older brother Pierre, he had a lot of success coaching, but discipline is the foundation. Would you agree or disagree with that with the Lyons way?
I'll be honest. You have to have discipline in everything you do. If you go out in life, just discipline. And you mentioned that I've coached kids in the county, and that's what I love to do. I like to help kids become the better version of them, meet them where they are and see where we can go with it. Sports is great, but at the end of the day, they have to go out here and get a job and things like that. So it all starts with my mom and dad's upbringing on discipline, about just having self-discipline. And I'm very old school, and some people, they're not able to handle that. But, yeah, discipline in our family was really big with my mom and dad, yeah.
So, you are very old school, and I think that's great because you're right. Without discipline, if you ain't got discipline, you ain't got nothing. I mean, that's just kind of how it is. Yeah. And I'm not talking about, you punishing somebody. I'm talking about having the discipline to do the right things when you're supposed to do the right things.
Well, they always talk about, what are you doing when no one's watching? A lot of times people – they think, well, this kid is really good on the field or they're really good on the court, but what are they doing when the coach or mom or dad's not around? That's what we talk about, self-discipline. Being able to carry yourself. You're not just representing yourself. You're representing your school. You're representing your family. You're representing your coach. What are you doing when no one is watching? That lets you know the true character of a person.
Absolutely a great point there, Coach. Absolutely great point. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Rockville basketball. Good program. They had some good history before you took the reins. Talk about coming in and being able to build on the success, because Rockville High School hadn't been there that long, but y'all have enjoyed some success on the girls' basketball floor.
Rockville, like you said, historically they've had a very strong program with talent. A lot of great talent in and out. Same as this season, we got some talented kids. So just it wasn't really that hard of a transition, being that been doing it so many years. Just getting them to buy into the system and play the way that we want them to play.
So, Coach, let's talk a little bit about your team and how many seniors you got.
We got 4 seniors.
So tell me a little bit about your seniors and who they are and what you're expecting from them.
Really, the ones that get the most minutes are 2 of them. That's Amaya Nash. She's a senior, very athletic, very strong, fast, tough defender. And then I have Isabella Wright. She's the head of the engine, point guard, so to speak. What I like about her, she's a pass-first point guard. I've gotten on to her telling her, you need to try to score a little bit more. She did that last night for us. Then we have a good program kid, Mariah Gray. Her family's awesome. Her mom and dad do anything. They went and got us fruit when we had our play days, just a program kid. And she comes in from time to time, can knock down a 3 ball. She's a pretty good shooter. Then we added some size with Janai Terrell. She's a kid I just kind of found in the hallway. She's about 5'10", 5'11". I said, hey, you're playing basketball. She's like, no, I don't do that. I said, well, you are. You're going to play. So
that's a great recruiting job there, Coach.
Put a little pressure on her.
That's right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the week that was. I know Tuesday night you played Smyrna. Y'all beat Smyrna. I think by 56-41 was the final. You had 3 girls in double figures. That's got to be good for you as a coach, knowing you've got that triple-headed scoring monster.
We like I say, I don't know what people think or whatever. It doesn't matter, but we have a pretty good team. To be honest with you, Danny. We've got 3 or 4 girls that can get double digits any night. One night we had 4 girls in double digits. Last night we had 3 girls in double digits. Tuesday we had 3 girls in double digits. So my point is you can't just really key on one because you got 2 or 3 others that can score.
Right, yeah, because I guess last night, tough loss. You played Nolansville. So tell me a little bit about that game. I think 64-62 was the final, but talk a little bit about that game.
I'll be honest, man. I'm very excited because that's a team that we might see again later on. They're very well coached. They're long. They can shoot the ball. It was 64-62 with 6 seconds left. We had a chance. I'll be honest. We missed about 10 free throws last night, and that cost us the game. So tomorrow we'll really focus on. And free throws is just focus. We'll really work on focusing on free throws because had we hit half of those, we win that game last night.
Well, the thing, whenever I was coaching little kids basketball, the thing I told them about free throws, the most important thing is they're free. Nobody's guarding you.
They're free. And the word of Barry Wortman, everybody laughs. He says, shoot the ball straight. Like, people take that for granted. But kids really will. They'll turn their wrist and shoot a little bit to the left, shoot it straight. And they're free. Nobody's in front of you. So, like I said, if we could have made half of the 10 that we missed, you probably have a different outcome. But I was excited. The girls played really hard. The game plan, they followed the game plan, and we was right there at the end.
So let's talk a little bit more about Amaya Nash. She had 20 against Smyrna. She had 23 last night. What kind of a player is she? A post player, flasher? Tell me a little bit about this kid.
Maya, we use her everywhere in the post, on the wing. They tried to run a boxing one on her last night, so I put her at the point. You see what I'm saying there? So I just put her at the point, and we did some things, drew up some things right there. But she can do it. She can do it all. If she doesn't score, she's a good facilitator. She'll find open teammates. I felt like her and Cadence Thomas played really well together last night. Hopefully that chemistry is coming on. They were looking for each other in the break and in the offense. So when you got two-headed monster like that, that's pretty hard to stop.
So I know Tiller, she scored 11 points last night for you too. Talk a little bit about her.
Yeah, Tiller actually gotten hurt. She had hurt her ankle. She transferred in, and so she was just now getting back into some playing time. I thought she did tremendous coming off the bench. She gave us 11 points. She's the biggest kid we got at 5'10", 5'11", or whatever. We're small, so people are like, well, why do they play so fast? Well, I'll be honest with you, Danny. We had no choice but to play fast because we don't want to get into a half-court set with you because there's a size difference. Make sense?
Absolutely, Coach. And that's one of the challenges of coaching is figuring out what pieces you have to the puzzle, and then you got to fit them together, right?
Right. I mean, Now, like I said, I don't want to get out of control and sometimes we can get a little bit out of control and turn the ball over because they're trying to play, quick. But I also, being a small guard when I was growing up, I understand you can't give that big 6-foot kid time to, set up on you. You want to beat him down the floor or get to the rim before he gets there. So, with that being said, we play to our personality, and we're not big, but we're quick.
So, Coach, let's talk a little bit about what you got coming up. I know what's your record right now?
I believe we're sitting at 5-5, and people may be like, "Ooh," but we have played a gauntlet of teams. Opened up with Independence. Anything coming out of Williamson County, they're really good. Then we went to Tullahoma, played legendary Chad Hibden. Then we brought Memphis team in. We paid for them to come up. We played Memphis Overton, one of the best teams out of Memphis. And then Lipscomb, Ensworth. It goes on and on and on. Got Mount Juliet coming up next week. Green Hills hadn't lost. We play Lebanon and Cookeville. We do all of this to help us make a run in the district tournament.
And that's what it's all about, right, Coach? I mean, especially this preseason part is trying to prepare your team.
Yeah, what people don't understand is like, man, that's crazy schedule, this and that. This you don't win the championship in December. You're working towards that, and so our girls understand what the end goal is, right? You're not going to win the championship in December. We want to be in the championship, come February and March and February and all that.
So what do you got coming up this week, Coach?
This week we played Mount Juliet. Really tough. They beat Lebanon last night, and if anybody knows, Lebanon's really good, right? So we got a tough task coming up Monday. Green Hills has not lost a game yet. I think they're 8-0. Then we have Centennial, another Williamson County team, and then we go into our Christmas break where we go to Lebanon.
So, Coach, let's talk a little bit about it. 'Tis the season. I know that your wife and your family, they got you probably plenty of good Christmas gifts under the tree, waiting and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
But what do you want from your team? What could the Lady Rockets give Coach Lyons for Christmas that he would want the most?
What I would want is to continue to work on the team chemistry, keep buying in, keep believing in it's the end goal, not the goal right now. And continue to play hard. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm very proud of them. I told them that last night. It was like, but we lost. I said, you played hard. They played hard for all 4 quarters. There's times in the Smyrna game I felt like we kind of got a little lackadaisical, but I felt like last night, all 4 quarters, we played very, very hard, and that's what a coach wants. I just want them to play hard.
Well, if you watched Perry Lyons coach teams, you know that's normally a characteristic is you play hard because you coach hard. And we appreciate your time, Coach. Wish you the best luck. If you want to see some good girls basketball, head on over to see them Lady Rockets. Coach, appreciate your time. Wish you the best of luck as always.
Have a good day.
The Coach's Show is brought to you by Dr. Automotive, the cure for your car. Professional auto repair and maintenance from ASE certified mechanics and master mechanics. Check them out online at autorepairsmyrna.com.